Hey, Colonel Nutnfancy.
Yeah? Send it.
Man, I love these EDC videos. Can you, do one every week? And if you can't do it every week, do one every month. If you could just, post a EDC video every month, that would be awesome. Anyways, thanks. I appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate you. Thank you. This clap is for you. For your enthusiasm, for supporting me in the workload of the Nutnfancy project through all these years. We're stronger than ever. We really are. Cranking along. Oh my goodness. Having a great time, really. Great content coming out, I feel, as the creator. Better than it's ever been. I thank my Patreon guys for keeping me motivated. Please join TNP Patreon. $1 to $5 a month. That's all I ask. It adds up. It adds up. Yeah, I like staying in the green as I buy all this stuff. And I do buy it. No one gives it to me. Totally independent voice. It's been that way for a very long time. You're not watching TPA. What's that? Third-party advertising. Where you think you're watching an unbiased review, what you're watching is an advertisement from someone who has been bought and paid for. Through merchandise, through money under the table. That's mostly what you see in gear reviews all over, not just in the gun genre. Definitely. No. So thank you for the enthusiasm, for the support. I can't do and won't do an EDC update video all the time. Nothing is gratuitous here in TNP. It's just legit. I'm just showing you my own thinking, my own systems, my own philosophy. It's consistent. If you don't think so, go and click on the past EDC videos. You're going to hear me say some of the same stuff because I think it's tried and proven. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But here we go with part 2 of my EDC system update video. Something tells me this will be the most popular part because I'm going to address something that needs to be addressed. High probability for armed conflict. Yes, it is a new acronym. I introduced LPFAC, HPFAC in part 1. We ran out of time and now we're in a part 2, HPFAC. This is my thinking, my system. It is legitimate. It's not just made up for YouTube. It's not made up for views. It's not made up to be popular. In fact, in YouTube, I will not be able to advertise, I suspect, on this video. Just like every other gun video I do. So it is not a money maker at all for me. I am trying to help you, the viewer, if you come into these situations where you find yourself in a high probability for armed conflict, either as a pro-Constitution law enforcement officer, a security guard, a contractor, an awesome, responsible, principled civilian sheepdog. Any one of my viewers, you might find yourself in a high probability for armed conflict situation. This is a system that could give you some ideas. I'm not saying it's the end-all system. I'm not saying it's complete. I'm not saying it's finalized. It's going to continue to evolve. Every one of my EDC systems is always evolving. I said that in part 1. I've said it in past years. It is totally true because I learn new things. And I won't change the stuff that ain't broke, like I said, but if there's something that can give me an advantage, generally at a lighter weight, then I might integrate that. I might change it up. If it gives me an advantage in stealth, in accuracy, in firepower at the same weight, I might integrate that. Okay, this will be a feature-length video, I suspect. I have so much to share with you. Carry systems, weapons thoughts, lighting, first aid, and what I've integrated and what I intentionally exclude from an HPFAC system. I think you'll really, really like this video. It's going to go super fast, but if you're in a big hurry, just bite it off in little chunks, watch the whole thing, or just hit that, I don't know, 1.5 times speed function here in BoobTube, and you can just fast forward through it. Either way, it's going to be not... either way, it's not going to be a 15-minute video. And also, I do want to emphasize it is not gratuitous. Okay? Not gratuitous. I don't gen this up just for YouTube, just for views. Maybe if I was smart, I would make more videos like this. But I remain positive. I'm not a conspiracy person. I don't preach about MCW all the time. I don't preach about WROL all the time. I want you guys to go out and be happy, live full and engaging, fulfilling lives while being prepared for if and when the balloon goes up. Okay? Hopefully you're like that. And I think most TNPers are. They're very positive. They have families, they have jobs, they're just engaged in society and making society work. But we know the realities of the society, and it's gotten worse. There is evil out there. It's going to continue to grow in its presence and power. There are entities that would come to you while you're minding your own business and try to do bad things to you. And not probably, but perhaps take away your life. That's what the system is about. Now, let me tell you this. You may wonder why I came up with two different acronyms. Because in previous EDC system update videos, I said rule of law, ROL, and without rule of law. And I think those are accurate. And rule of law is like we're living in now, at least when I'm filming this video, when I suspect I'll post it. So everything's working fine. We have services, we have law enforcement working, we have gasoline at the gas stations, we have food at the food stores, we have electricity, we have power, we have medical services, all that great stuff. I love rule of law. I love it, love it, love it. I am sworn to uphold it, and I do it to my utmost ability. I love rule of law. But sometimes things will go south in a bad, bad way, and we may go into without rule of law. Okay, without rule of law means all the stuff I just mentioned ain't there. So if you don't have a law enforcement presence, guess what's going to happen? The predatory segments of society are going to be emboldened, and they're going to start ransacking stores. They may come to your neighborhood. They may go out in roving bands to take what you have. They may threaten your life. They may threaten your property because there's no one there to stop them except you. And by the way, all this is historical. It's not even debatable. You can't say, oh, that will never happen. It has happened. It will happen in the future. I don't dwell on it. I don't preach about it. I remain hopeful. But I'll tell you what, I'm pretty well prepared if it does. Back to why I have two new acronyms. Because low probability for armed conflict is just that. I want the focus to be off the weapons. That was part one of my EDC system update. Then I'm carrying a pistol. In that video, I showed you a SIG P365, and it was a normal version. Here's an XL version right here. Great gun, by the way. Watch for my tabletop review on it's going to be an update on the SIG P365 XL. I had kind of a rough start until break-in, and after that, phenomenal. Love this gun. But the focus is not on weapons. It's on my normal EDC stuff. Do I have a pistol? Yes. Do I have an extra magazine? Usually. Am I expecting armed conflict? No. Rule of law is going. It's low probability, so I carry accordingly. Go watch that video. I talk in depth about my thinking. This one is HP. And by the way, just shorten it. Just call it low probability and high probability. The way it differs from without rule of law is because you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Are you listening? Because you still may have rule of law, but you may find yourself in a situation for high probability. Boom. That's it. It doesn't mean that all services have ceased. It just means in that situation, you have a higher probability, not a certainty, I'm not saying that, but a higher probability of someone attacking you, of you needing defensive armament. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that's why I came up with this acronym, high probability for armed conflict. Lots of philosophy to share with you in that. The first philosophy I'm going to share is choice of weapons, because HPFC, high probability, in my system, my philosophy, my way of thinking, non-perfect, no doubt, imperfect, no doubt, is this. It is weapon focused. Did you get that? So in low probability, not weapon focused. In high probability, we're going to need that weapon to defend ourselves. So it is weapon focused. But here's what it's not. It's not a without rule of law system. Okay, you're going to love this. It is a very important distinction. Remember, in without rule of law, everything has ceased. No law enforcement, no services. You can tack up, bro. You can put your vest on, you can put your body armor on, you can carry your AK around, you can carry AR-15 around, and in some situations that would be advised. A show of force, as I have discussed. Hopefully you have team members in your neighborhood. I've talked about that too. Sense of community videos and how you rebuild after without rule of law. I totally recommend that. But that isn't without rule of law. We're kind of like all the stops are pulled out. And so I would dress accordingly. Now, maybe we're not even in that arena of high probability. We may be hearing shots fired, you know, down the street from us. So now we're going to really weapon up. We're really going to have a lot more rounds on us. We're going to play it smart. We're going to be stealth. We're not going to be looking for conflict ever. We're always going to try to de-escalate. Always, 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 always trying to avoid violence. Always. But if we can't, we got to be ready. But in HPFAC, we're not quite there. We don't want to go overt. We don't want to go loud. We don't want to put on camouflage tack gear, body armor, sling our AK around our shoulders and go traipsing around the neighborhood. We're not there yet. I think you may have more problems doing that than by not doing it. In this system, we still want to be covert, but we want to have more weapon capabilities than we did in LP, low probability. That's my thinking. That's my system. And as such, I generally will not go with a rifle caliber. There's a reason why. There's a big reason why, and it boils down to probably not what you think, because you probably think, oh, well, yeah, you know, you don't want to make a statement. Well, believe me, if I could get away with a rifle caliber at basically 2 pounds, I would do it. It just boils down to SAWC. That's all. That's all. It's SAWC. It's too big. It's too heavy. Here I have a folding stock Blackheart Industries AK-63, discontinued, wearing a US Palm mag. Great system. Oh my gosh, that's a problem solver. Well, within 100 yards for me. With you guys, because you're better shooters than me, maybe out to 500 meters. Everybody's a good shooter on the internet, right? I would like to integrate that. I really would. And there are ways to do it. And I'm going to show you an option here as we get into the carry cases and weapon choices, all philosophy. If you decide in your high probability system that you do want a rifle caliber, I say rock on. It's more size, it's more weight you're going to have to deal with. Be advised. I mean, you're going to have to figure out a way to carry it. This is one, perhaps, way to do it. This is a Blackhawk Industries backpack insert for a folding stock carbine. And in this one is not an AK-63, even though that would be a viable option. It is a beautiful M1 carbine. That's a great choice, Nutn. I didn't see that coming. But it's longer, it's heavier, and it's definitely harder to conceal. You make the choice. It is up to you. There are ways to conceal this, although I don't think any of them would be rapidly accessible like my system will be. M1 carbine, option, yes. AK-63, yes. AR-15 pistol, yes. Kel-Tec sub 2000, yeah, and I think I do have one floating around here somewhere. Don't know where it went. Yeah, that's a good system, and we're kind of getting more realistic with that option. Here it is right here. Gosh, Nutn, how many weapons do you have? A lot. There you go. So sub 2K. That's more in line with my HP system. Pistol caliber, because of SAWC. See where I'm going? So it's not a without rule of law system. We're not completely armed up. We've just improved our armament. That's one reason I have this Glock 34 sitting here with a very cool O-Light green laser system. The Balder. Oh my goodness, what a great lighting system that is. Link below. This is in the limited olive drab version. They're only making it for a limited amount of time. Wearing the Indo Tactical brace adapter, 33 round mag. There you go. That is a system right there, dudes. And I'm putting that on the table for a purpose, to show you where the focus is going to be. No, not on Glock necessarily. It can be any combat-worthy pistol, but on a pistol caliber for high probability. Okay, so it's up to you. If you want to integrate a rifle caliber, go ahead, but I think it's too much. It's too much to conceal. It's too much to carry. And that gets back to the word or the acronym EDC, right? That stands for everyday carry. And in my book, that means it is always on your person or within arm's reach at all times. Are you really going to do that with a folding stock AK, with a Draco, with an AR-15 pistol, even with a sub 2K? Are you? Let's be real. Okay? Really? No. You're not. It's artificial. It's fake. It's YouTubeism. It's that stupid posturing we see in the tactical community where guys act like they're always going to be totally ready. I want to have my AK-63 with 10 mags on me at all the time. I call bullshit. You're not. Nor should you. Unless, of course, like I just discussed, you're in without rule of law. That's different. We still got rule of law, but we're going into high probability. That means for me, again, pistol calibers. That's where I'm at. Pistol calibers. Now we go into the best way to carry that pistol caliber weapon. Is it going to be a PCC or is it going to be a pistol? We'll get to that. The first system I'm going to show you for high probability is one that I really didn't gen up for this video. It's one I've used on the motorcycle, utilizing my old Kelty backpack. This is the one you saw in Urban Survival Kit years ago. Same backpack, great Kelty pack. I don't think they're making it anymore. But I gen this up for motorcycling. Like if I'm on the KTM, I don't want to leave everything in the tank bag. Obviously I can't. I do want to have a pistol with me. I want to have my EDC items with me. I don't want to keep unzipping my tank bag as I have done for years and walking around with it. How do I carry my stuff? I came up with this system. What I did is modify the interior back panel of this Kelty day pack to accept one of my all-time favorite combat handguns of all time, with an extra mag in a secure holster that is still quick to deploy, quick to access. This is what it looks like. Another TNP project. I might make another video on this, by the way. I might. Here we go. Standard day pack, now weaponized. Glock 19, y'all. Awesome. Gen 4 Glock 19 riding in a Serpa holster, coming out of inventory. And I just attached it to a leather back panel that has been zip tied, again, to the back panel of this backpack. Totally secure, totally fast to access. Extra magazine right here. Actually, I have provisions for 2. I just have one in there right now. And I do have everything labeled because it may not be me using the system. It might be a family member. It might be a neighbor that inherits this from me. And they go, oh, that takes a Glock. I say 19, but it'll take a Glock 17, 34, any 9mm Glock it'll take. And then I have an ETS mag. These are great, by the way. Oh, the old 124 Nyclad round, y'all. I don't even think they make that anymore. That's coming out of old stash. Still love it. Standard pressure round. Do I have another mag here? Oh, I do. Check it. What's in this one? Just an OEM mag. That looks like 124 plus P. Maybe gold dot. That might be a gold dot round right there. Anyways, I can carry as many mags as I want. It is a pistol-based system. And then I have a whole bunch of room here for whatever I want. I do recommend if you go this route for high probability, don't put a bunch of stuff in here that makes this hard to access. You always want this to be readily accessible. Remember, everything is weapon focused and high probability. We are going to have our EDC stuff with us. For me, it's that fanny pack that you all love so much. I'll have that, but it's going to be riding in this compartment, keeping the weapon compartment free. Okay, so this is one solution to high probability for armed conflict. Yes, plenty of room. It is a backpack. I do think it will draw a little bit more attention than my system will, because people kind of watch people with backpacks, especially in stores. You know why? Right, shoplifting. That's why. And so anytime a backpack comes into the store, usually someone's watching you. You know, is he going to put something in there? Is he stealing? What's he have in the backpack? It does tend to draw more attention, but you do have more space for other stuff. The stuff I will show you in my system, you have plenty of room. And this isn't an entirely large backpack. It's pretty compact. By the way, I put larger zipper pulls on here. I love these ones right here. Very cool. Because again, it is weapon focused. I want to access it quickly. And that's how I'm going to do it. Plus it's orange, high visibility. Let me show you what the back of it looks like after I put those zip ties on it. I just melted it through with a hot nail when I made this. Really cool system. You can see I have zip ties down here for the magazine plate. Again, I'm using that very thick leather. I actually like this system a lot, and I do use it on the motorcycle. Like I said, it really wasn't made for this video, high probability, but it could flex into that philosophy of use, okay? Just an option. Let me show you a couple that I reject and that I would not recommend, nor would I use in high probability, and I'll tell you the reasons why. One is the old ribs front pack. Do you guys remember this when I reviewed this? The ribs? I still think they're out there. I really like them. I have used them in different systems. For instance, in my level 3 first aid system, I use a ribs pack. Very nice. It's quick to don. It has all the stuff right in front of you. Accessible. I don't recommend it for high probability though, because it's just not enough space. That's one reason. And the other reason is when it's loaded up with weight, it's bulked out, you're really going to stand out. People don't see these all the time. And so if they were to see you with a large ribs pack, front pack on, and this is like the medium one, there's ones that are bigger, and that's what you would need for high probability, it's going to call attention to yourself. Big time. People are going to say, WTH, what is with that guy? Did he just bail out of a C-17? Is he a parachutist? What's he doing? You don't want to call attention to yourself. Another part of the philosophy in high probability. We're still stealth. We're just going to the next level of armament. I would not use a ribs pack. Not recommended for the reasons I mentioned. Here's another one, and I did purchase this for this video, and this is actually a really cool pack. This is a 511 laptop pack. Wearing some of my patches. That's my old squadron up in Minot, North Dakota when I flew KC-135 A's and R's up there. So it was a 906, long gone, deactivated. This is a really good pack, and I tried to make this work. But the deal is, even though it's set up for tactical use, so it's got like hook patches on the exterior for that. It's a very cool Ranger green color, which I do love. It's got interior Velcro right here, more hook. So for holsters and magazine systems, all that's good. I like that. But it ended up weighing a little bit too much for me. So with the standard strap, 2 pounds, 8 ounces, 2 pounds, 2 ounces without the strap. And then more importantly, I just ran out of room. And it's padded for your laptop, and I don't know if I need padding in my HP system. I don't know if I need it. But if you really want to pare it down, if you go with a pistol and a couple magazines and you really pare down and make some smart EDC choices in HP, I think you can do it. I really like it. It's high quality. I'll do a super quick review on it right here. You got exterior pin pockets here, a hook and loop pocket right here, another pocket right here. So you could have a tactical knife here, flashlights, kind of like this very cool i3TO light, which by the way, I forgot to tell you guys, it is in my EDC system, my low probability system. I forgot to show you. It was probably clipped right there in front of the camera, but it's a backup flashlight, probably the third I have in my system. But you could put that right here, dude. There you go. Lots of organizational pockets here. Zipper pocket in here. A divided pocket in here. Again, this is meant for a laptop. You have a mesh interior pocket here. And all this is cool, and I love it, but it adds weight. That weight I showed you is because of all this stuff. We have zippers, mesh. We've got binding right here on the edges. It all adds up to weight. I do love this, and I'm going to show you what I came up with, but this is nice. So this is an attachment point for Velcro backed holsters, of which I will show you. Separate compartments here. There's your laptop compartment here. You could put a ballistic plate in there of the proper size. It is a flip over messenger bag type, which is a very good thing, by the way, because it doesn't draw attention. Unlike the backpack, I think a messenger bag like this, take off the patches, I'm just saying. Don't have any patches on. I just put these on here for this video. You can go stealth. People are used to seeing messenger bags. That's all good. 2 zipper pockets here. I like it. I do. I just ran out of room. And this is meant for like a roller bag for an airport. So this would attach to the roller handle and Velcro. This is basically a businessman's laptop bag. Another back pouch. Fantastic option. If you guys, if I find this, I'll put a link below. It's really cool. I don't like the weight. I don't like the limitation of space that I found with this bag. Other than that, it's pretty good. I'm throwing it out as an option. Another one that I discounted, by the way, is also a 511 product. And I told you this in part 1 of LP, low probability. And that is my active shooter response kit. Do you guys remember the banger bag by 511? This is what I have. And by the way, high probability EDC is different than an active shooter response kit. It just is. This is mostly, in fact, almost entirely weapon stuff. In here I have a Glock 22 with larger capacity magazines, Phobos holster. I have one of the magazine inserts removed because I used it on my HP system. And then I have 4 AR-15 mags, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got other stuff in there like flexicuffs, tactical knives, flashlights, and other stuff. But this is an active shooter response kit. You could use this, but because I'm going away from rifle caliber, I don't need this. So I'm not going to be carrying AR-15 mags in high probability. And I just covered that philosophy. I won't go over it again, but my focus for my system is on pistol caliber, specifically pistols, not even PCCs. SAWC is king. I still want stealth. I still want to conceal the fact that I'm armed. Okay, just my system. I think it's well thought out. Pulling stuff off the table as usual. Okay, Nutn, what did you end up with in this high probability for armed conflict system then? Okay, here we go. This is what I ended up with. In fact, it is the same thing I showed you in LP, low probability. The only thing is, it's bigger. It is the Nutnfancy Adventure Office messenger bag. And there is my high probability for armed conflict system, pretty much not entirely loaded up. Okay, and I did review this bag in part 1. There is no difference. This is just the larger version. Okay, and I do believe it's called the Nutnfancy Adventure Office. It's also meant as a laptop bag. But over that last one, it has more room. It doesn't have the padding that gets in the way. It is relatively lightweight for what it gives you. And it does come in some very low profile colors. I don't know if this is the lowest profile color, Desert Tan, but this is what I could get it in at the time. Okay, I don't even know if it's being made anymore. And you don't have to go with this exact bag. You could go with something like it that would work about the same way. Okay, but I love the organization and the features of this bag. First up, nice strap, not cumbersome. I would probably leave the pad on this one. As we saw in part 1, perfect nylon, perfect stitching, 600 denier quarter of nylon is what we're looking at. It's not really a tactical bag. Do you see any places to put tactical patches on the exterior? Nor do I. This is an outdoor bag. It's meant for people who are really into backpacking, outdoor stuff. And I think going back to the stealth function, the stealth philosophy, you could wear this and not draw attention. Even this size, even loaded up like this, you could sling it over your shoulder and walk right into a store and no one's even going to bat an eye. How do I know that? Because I've done it with this bag. No one even looked twice. Why is that? Because they're used to seeing messenger bags. It's a very common accessory, yes, even with men. In urban areas, very common. Large messenger bags, very common. No one thinks twice about them. So for you law enforcement types, you civilian sheepdog types, you contractor types, if you need high probability, consider this system. Yeah, we're not going overt. We don't want to go overt yet. And there is an advantage to maintaining secrecy of your weapons. Big time. I try not to carry openly unless I have no other choice, as I've discussed. Before we get on the inside, let's review again what features this Nutnfancy Adventure Office has, or this messenger bag. First off, I have a Velcro pocket on the side. It's deep enough for all kinds of fun stuff. For instance, I could put like bear spray in there, and I love bear spray. I think it's awesome. So this is bear attack deterrent, OC. It's pretty nasty stuff. The thing with OC spray, it's almost impossible for you to deploy it and not get some in your own eyeballs. That's why police officers don't like it that much. It's like, ugh, it's really hard to deploy it. Like if the wind is blowing in your face and you're getting attacked and you don't think about it, shh, you just got a face full of OC just like the bad guy did. And is it good? Yeah, it works, but you got to be really careful how you employ it so you don't get douched in the process. But it's still in my system. I think it is a niche substance. You can use it. This one's expired. Don't care. It goes well past its expiration date. Just put that there. Don't even worry about it. But I could put that in this pocket right here. So we're in a high probability system for armed conflict. And armed conflict does not necessarily mean I'm going to go right to lethal. I could use something less than lethal. And you're going to see some other items in here. So I'm going to try to prevent using lethal force. However, if all the unlock codes happen and I have to go lethal, then I have to go lethal. It's not my decision. It's the bad guy's decision. Or I could put in there something else, kind of like this X26C, the old X26C, getting very hard to find cartridges and batteries for nowadays. Discontinued. Does work. It is relatively heavy though. I mean, do I want to carry this? It's over a pound and put that in here? Not me. I'm sorry, I don't. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. I mean, I don't want to just totally load this down. And that's another key concept for HP. You don't want to just go, oh, I'm going to put this in, I'm going to put that in, I'm going to put that in. Next thing you know, this messenger bag is going to weigh 40 pounds. And trust me, it's heavy enough with what I've got in it. So I still have to make some hard decisions on weight. This is one of them. This ain't coming along. Plus, it's single shot. Single shot. And so trying to reload that under stress, can I? Maybe. Maybe. What I opted for in this pocket is this, and I've never shown you this before. It's pretty cool, really. It's a ViperTech stun gun. Turn it on. Ooh, that scared the crap out of Doggy Dog. She's underneath the table. She jumped like a foot. She hates this thing, by the way. It scares the living crap out of her. I keep tape on the side so I remind myself when I charged it. And it is a rechargeable, less than lethal defense option. The ViperTech stun gun. I have been hit with this, and man, it hurt. Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. It is a contact weapon. I know that means you're going to have to close to engage. It's not ideal. It's not a standoff, not less than lethal, like pepper spray, like a taser would be. But it is here, and chances are they're going to be up on you anyhow. This is something that is relatively quick to deploy from that exterior pocket. You do have to remember to turn the switch on. You do have to remember to keep it charged up, but it doesn't break the bank. It's excellent, and other ones like it, not just ViperTech, are excellent. I'll put some links down below if I can find them. I recommend it, and it doesn't weigh that much. It's slim, trim, fits in that pocket perfectly. It's a great option. Subject to change. That's just where I'm at now. A stun gun in the exterior pocket. I showed you some other options you could go with. We do have another pocket over here. And what do you know? Another Olight product. It's cool. M2R. That's got, what, a 12700 power cell in it. Like a really powerful battery. 21700. That's why this light is so extremely capable. I mean, it just floods an area with light. I'll tabletop it separately. This is in the very cool flat desert earth or brown coloration. Just a fantastic light. Why go with this versus something else? The answer is because in high probability, I'm going to need a lot of light. In all probability, I'm going to need a lot of light. And so I'm going to upgrade my lighting system to flood the area with more light. That's why. Does it weigh more? Yes, it does. But it's that old firepower versus mobility equation. I need more light. In addition to my weapon light. So usually my handgun will have a weapon light on it. But 2 is 1, 1 is none. Concept. I love this light. It's going along for the ride. Would I carry an extra battery for it? Honestly, probably not. Too heavy. There's your answer. Then I do have a strike pin in there. It is another weapon, and it's also a writing utensil. This is the very affordable and pretty excellent second generation Smith & Wesson M12BL Blue. BL for blue. And it functions very nicely, actually, as a pin. You do have to unscrew it. I do have another one here that I want to show you. It was on the table. Where'd it go? Here it is. It's this one right here. I like this one better because it has a flat base on this side. So I can get leverage on it, like so. This one has a glass breaker right here, which is cool in theory, but how do I get leverage on that? Yeah, it's gonna poke me, and I gotta hold it like that. I still have to twist this one to get the writing instrument functioning. There are other ones where you can press the cap and the pin comes right out. I just went with the Smith & Wesson one. It's trim, it's lightweight. This one's heavier, by the way. This one's like, I don't know, 1 ounce, 1.2 ounces. I love the blue color. Writing instrument, and yet it's still a defensive mechanism as well. That's going in for HPAC. By the way, I would not carry this in low probability. I just don't need it. That's just a judgment that I make. Now we go into the exterior zip pocket, and I have another less than lethal option. It's the cold steel baton. Here it is right here. Dudes, Kubaton. Wrapped in black athletic tape. Not exactly light. I'm not going to weigh it right now for time, but it weighs something. Would I actually carry this? You know, I do have the stun gun with me. It really depends. It really depends. More likely, I would keep this in my pocket. So it's really accessible. But if I have it in my HP system, if I just grab the bag and head out the door, it's with me and I can redeploy it into a different area. I like it. It's in the system for now. And then I have some blue shop towels because I have room for them. Multi-purpose for all types of things. And then in this plastic bag, kind of ruining what's inside, is another Indo Tactical stabilizer adapter for Glock pistols generations 1 through 3, lacking of course the tube and the brace. It is just a representation of what I might carry in my high probability system. And you've seen one already at the outset of the video, right? There's a Gen 3 Glock 34 wearing the Indo Tactical with an SBA 3. Oh, I'm sorry, that is a shockwave brace on that one, shown in other videos. Okay, it gives you more capability. So it transforms your Glock pistol into a stabilized braced pistol. Completely legal, non-NFA by the way. So you don't have to register it. 40 bucks. Go to indotactical.com. Tell them Nutnfancy sent you. By the way, they did not give this to me. As I've said, I bought these. They don't even know me. No, they don't. Great brace option. And there's some others out there, but this is probably the best one I've seen so far. Easy to put on, stable, it's tight. Again, this one is lacking the brace portion right now. I'm just throwing it in there as an option. I didn't want to take this one off and put it in here. But if I could fit it into this pocket here, I would. Something tells me I probably couldn't, but I'd try to keep my main compartment free. Let's see what else is in this pocket before we go into the interior compartment. Oh crap, that's it. Good point to mention why. I don't put a lot of crap in here that I don't use in high probability. Again, if I were to make this video just to impress the YouTube audience, I would have all types of stuff in there, wouldn't I? Let me go over some of the stuff that I did not include in this kit. How about a fixed blade knife? This is a really nice knife, by the way. Really nice knife. Reviewed, tested already. This is a Utility Tools A2 steel survival knife. Fantastic. I'm not going to put that in here. You know, this is not a survival kit. It is a self-defense kit, mostly with EDC items as well. Do I need to have a fixed blade knife of this size in here? No. Maybe your mileage will vary and you go, yeah, I need that. I want that. Not me. How about a water filter? Shouldn't I put this in there? No, it's too much bulk. I don't have a water filter in there. Is there a situation where I might include it? Maybe. How about signaling items? Shouldn't I include that? No. Again, this is not a survival kit, y'all. It's a high probability for armed conflict kit. There is a difference. I'm not trying to address a survival situation with this kit. It is weapon focused with a lot of EDC items in mostly rule of law. I'm just in perhaps a high probability FAC situation, but I'm not going to carry this. I'll go with my urban survival kit if I need something like this. So something that I could have put in that pocket to impress an audience. It's bullshit. It's not going in there. How about cordage? Yeah, that probably would be going in there. It's lightweight, easy to carry, doesn't take up a lot of space, multi-purpose. Yeah, I probably would put that in that pocket right there. Just letting you know. How about Siloom sticks? That'd be cool, right? If I had like 12 Siloom sticks. Nah, I'm not going to do it. They don't work that great. They're short-lived. They're ridiculous. No, I got my like there. It's a lot better. A lot better. How about a level 1 first aid kit? Nope, not enough. Not going in there. I have something more. Something more that I may need for that situation. How about fire making materials like this? The answer is maybe. Maybe. This is a Swedish fire steel. I like it. Doesn't weigh that much. Maybe 1.2 ounces. Easy enough to carry. Lasts forever. Here's one of those super cool torches I reviewed in the snow about 2 years ago. Great way to start a fire. I showed you that in high wind, snowy situation. It's fantastic. I might carry that. Yeah, just because they're light and they're trim. But I might integrate that into my HP system. You know, put that in the pocket right here. Does it take up a lot of space? Weight? No. Yeah, I'll put that there. Maybe a little bit of tinder of some sort. Maybe one package of trioxane, double bag so it doesn't dry out. I might do that. And I could go on and on and on with other stuff that I would exclude from this system. In we go to the interior. Are you ready?
Totally ready, Nutton. It's taking you forever to get to the interior.
I know, but there's a lot of philosophy to include. Here we go, dudes. Boom. That is the weapon of choice for my high probability for armed conflict system. Yes, it is a Glock. Why did I go Glock? Just because of the magazine system. I could have very well gone with this, a Masada. I almost did. I was like, the Masada's awesome. I could carry a bunch of mags, integrate them. Then I started thinking, high probability, more rounds is better. I'm rounds focused. I need 33 round mags. I've got 4 of them in this HP system. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's how I'm carrying them. Okay, this is the Maxpedition Velcro backed magazine carrier. You can see the call number on it. It is 3503 in black. Really cool. Man, I love these. I will definitely have a link to these. I bought it at Optics Planet. Fantastic, because it can take any size of normal 9mm, 40 caliber, 357 SIG, even 45 ACP mag, maybe not 1911s. I didn't want to try those. And they just stick to Velcro to create a carry system. You can see it in there. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 33 round mags plus the magazine in the gun. That is a system, y'all. 9mm, SAWC compliant, light, reliable, combat proven, and here we go with another 3rd generation Glock that can accept that Endo tactical brace if I decide to use it. The holster is once again a Vertex product. This is a Vertex full-size holster. I talked about it in the part 1 video. Is it the only option? No, there are some others, kind of like this Galco Carry Safe Gen 2 holster system that already includes a magazine holster with it. There's a catalog number right here. Now this one's interesting because it is leather backed right here. You would have to add Velcro to the back of it. I'm talking like hook Velcro with this system, and it will stick right here, and it will retain most pistols with a magazine system ready to go. I haven't really used this one yet, so I can't really totally sign off on it. It looks good. The only disadvantage I see is that it adds weight because it is leather backed. Okay, in some applications, in some high probability applications, maybe that's exactly what you want, but maybe it isn't. But I don't need it for this Mountain Smith messenger bag because I made my own backing board. Look at this. That's 1/8 inch Masonite that I have zip tied into the Adventure Office bag. Check that out. And I'll roll in some photos of how I did this. I just measured it, I cut it out, I sanded it, and it provides a solid mounting surface for my weapons and my magazines. This is not a tactical bag. Once again, this is an outdoor bag. As such, I had to do some modifications, some building on it. Totally worth it, and I still think I saved weight over that 511 after it's all said and done, and I have more room. Okay, I prefer it. Once again, this is the Vertex pistol holster, weighs nothing. Pretty excellent design. There is a polymer tab here that interfaces with the cutout and the slide that retains a gun. It really is perfect. And then it attached very easily to my hook backing I put on the board. Take out the gun. Again, the gun is my choice, a 3rd generation Glock 17. Bet your life reliability, bet your life accuracy, bet your life track record. I love it. Wearing the Olight PL Pro rechargeable, y'all. Just reviewed. Pretty excellent. I could very easily put on that Balder, this one here on the G34 in the background. The green laser, that's also excellent. Having the advantage of CR123 batteries. This one right here. This is a rechargeable option discussed in the review. I've reviewed this one at this point. Yeah, Glock 17. I could put any number of bet your life reliability handguns in here that I've reviewed. I love them. But again, the reason I didn't is because of this. Magazines that I have. 33 round mags. This is 115 grain. I think XTP Hornady's. Fiocchi is the load, but it's a Hornady bullet. And by the way, each of these will weigh 1 pound in your HP system. So be advised, there is some weight. So each one, 1 pound. So there's 1 pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds. You can see things add up. And this is again why I leave stuff out of the kit. It's weapon focused, not survival focused. Big difference. There's that philosophy I promised you. Big difference. So Glock it is, bro. Love it. This is my modified Glock. Same stuff as you've always seen. Decal grip, extended slide release, extended magazine release. 3rd gen again, so it can accept that Indo Tactical pistol brace adapter. Right now I have a plug in it, but if I was going to run Indo Tactical, this would be out of it. I would have the brace somewhere in the HP kit if I needed it. And if I did deploy that, again on the table, this is what it would look like. Shown already. I could easily go with the Glock 34 too. The Glock 34 is amazing. This is a 3rd gen Glock 34. Coated in Magpul Flat Dark Earth back in 2010. Yeah, cool system. Now let me say this, keeping it real. Do I need a brace? Do I need to have a brace on my pistol? No, I don't. But it does give you more capabilities. You need to make that decision in your high probability kit. And most likely what would happen is I would deploy the pistol and wouldn't have time to put the brace on. Okay, if we're going to be real, that's real. But if I knew something was coming, if I wanted more capabilities, maybe I put the brace on. Doesn't weigh that much. Maybe you integrate it. That's all I'm saying. And when you do put the brace on, you basically have a pistol caliber carbine, don't you? You do. So it's just like that. By the way, floating on the side is something I forgot to tell you. I will have a fire starter in my, not level 1, but my low probability kit. It's in my fanny pack. I showed you this. And this is the thing it came in. It was a nano spark. It's in my fanny pack. So this is a case that came in. There's your tender. So it is with me in the high probability because it's in my fanny pack. And I would put the fanny pack right here in the main compartment tucked down here. I don't have it here now because you saw that in part 1. We don't need to go over it again. And then, so that's my weapon. You can see my ammo loadout, which honestly is very substantial if you were to ask me. It's substantial. That's a lot of rounds, dudes. It's a lot of rounds. A lot of weight, yep. But again, we're weapon focused. And then here in this compartment, guess what? Level 2+ first aid kit, y'all. Because I probably will need this. Probably somehow, some way I will need this. Not going to review it here. What do you know? I have a combat tourniquet here. I don't worry too much about the brand. I don't. If I find one I like, I'll put a link below. If I don't, go hunting. It is relatively heavy though. It's like 3 ounces, I think. I had another one in here too, but I'd only take one. I have blood stopping capability. A lot of that. There's some hemostatic agent there. I recovered this in my first aid videos. Just really quick, showing you some stuff. There's my pharmacy, as I've always called it. Migraine pills, Benadryl, all that's going to come in high probability. That, tape, bug sting, Neosporin, scalpel, really good scissors, affordable scissors, Steri-strips, containers of important stuff, hydrogen peroxide, calamine, what's in that one? Oh yeah, burn gel. All in this level 2+ in my super cool tool pouch that I've repurposed as a first aid kit. Go watch my video. And yeah, I put all this on. I sewed on the hook and loop. I put the first aid symbol on it. The only thing I would say about this pouch is it's not ultimately lightweight. So I am adding some weight to my HP system, but I love it. It just works and it's durable. And this may flex to other systems like a motorcycle system or something. I'm not going to like put together a HP system and just leave it there. It's not like a bug out kit. So I'm not going to like dedicate a Glock to an HP system just waiting for the balloon to go up. No, this is a system that I would put together if and when I needed it. It does not have to be ready to go. I would have a heads up usually that something's coming. It's going down. But level 2+ first aid capability in the HP system, because chances are, sorry to say, and I wish it wasn't in this way, but someone probably will get hurt. I wish it wasn't that way. And in the interior, oh yeah, there's that other tourniquet. I would only carry one, and there's the weight on it, 3.2 ounces. That's substantial. That's substantial. Again, in the side, I'd have my man pack, my fanny pack. There's plenty of room in here where it would not get in the way, I think, of weapon draw. I would have to practice, and no, my weapon is not super accessible with a flap over messenger bag if it's attached. Remember, in the Mountain Smith Adventure Office, it has a hook like this. It goes like that. What I would do is just carry it like this. I would attach it if I wanted ultimate security. But if I'm thinking something's going down, or if in a place that makes me uncomfortable i.e. high probability. I'm just going to carry like this. If I need to deploy, boom, there it is. Relatively quick. And I do have a gun with me. Check out in the back pocket. Instead of a laptop, what do we have here? Interesting. A level 3A ballistic panel. Reviewed in a separate video. This is a backpack, 11 inch by 14 inch 3A ballistic panel, and it is very effective against 9mm, 40, 45 ACP, even 500 Smith & Wesson. This thing is legit. This is about $55 at bowtactactical.com. All subject to change. Chances are they're going to be made illegal sooner or later. But for now, when I'm making this video, any civilian can buy them. They are completely defensive in nature. You can integrate them into backpacks if you want, into messenger bags. This is another reason why I went away from the 511 laptop bag, because I could not get this size to fit an 11 by 14, and I want maximum coverage. Because my philosophy for my messenger bag is that I would change the position of this to my front torso. I would use the carry strap right here, right? And I would change it around, and I'm going to sew a waist strap right here that would go around, and I would wear this on my front, protecting my heart and torso area. Kind of cool, huh? In a low profile, high probability system, yeah, ballistic panel. I highly, highly recommend you do the same. It only weighs 16 ounces. It's only 6.5 millimeters thick. It's durable. It's waterproof. It's stiff. It just provides you that protection. In a high probability system, please integrate ballistic protection. That's my philosophy, and I don't see me moving away from that. Something that was completely lacking, by the way, in my active shooter response kit for my law enforcement officers. And there you go. That's the interior. That is mostly what's in there, and I can see my Velcro's peeling away inside there, so that probably means right here I got to use Velcro glue. So I'm going to pull it all out, re-glue it, get it right. Again, trial and error. You'll find out what works. I'll fix it up. Then if we flip it over to this side, you can see I do have a couple other things in the interior. An Endura 4 in blue, VG10. That's going to be my tactical blade. I might reposition this to the exterior like that for quicker access. So that would be a good option, but it is part of it, and it's probably like the 5th blade I'm carrying. I just have it in an HP system as well. Again, go look at part 1 and you'll see in my fanny pack I have multiple blades already. I have multiple blades on my person that are not integrated into this pack system. It's just a grab and go system once it's put together, self-contained. Endura is like one of my all-time favorite blades, super lightweight, super great tactical EDC blade. And then I have like a Next Torch pin light in here, another lighting option. This is a K3 reviewed many years ago. Still works, still excellent, lightweight, trim, doesn't take up a lot of case space. And as you can see in the Adventure Office, we have interior pockets so we can put a lot of stuff in here. If we were, I don't know, foolish, I would say. Don't put a lot of stuff in there. That's it, dudes. I mean, what else would go in here? Just my standard EDC stuff. So you have scissors, a multi-tool in my fanny pack already. I talked about the fire starter. Whistles already in there, and all the other stuff I included in part 1 comes along for the ride. I probably would not take all that out and like put it in these pockets here, because again, I like a self-contained fanny pack that I can just extract from the HP system if I have to, put it around my waist, wear it separately. This is really all about the gun. If we boil it down to the essentials, that's what we're talking. It's about a Glock 17 in this system with 4 33 round mags and a factory OEM mag in the gun itself, and then a couple other items. And that's all I'm doing. It's a weapons focused, high probability for armed conflict system in a very low profile, easy to disguise messenger bag. On we go to the back side. Nothing here. I might put my phone back here. I talked about that in part 1. You want it secure. Maybe I'd move it to the side pouch. I'd have to experiment. This is also meant for a roller bag right here, so you can put it on luggage and roll it around. But I don't have a bunch of extra crap here. Again, weapon focused. And so there it is. Currently, my high probability for armed conflict EDC system. The only thing you did not see inside the bag was my fanny pack, shown in part 1 once again. So I have all that capability, maybe a couple other doodads thrown in there, but essentially, again, it is weapon focused, ballistic protection focused, stealthy. We're not overt. We're not going loud and proud yet. We have a lot of capability in this little bag, but we don't want the world to know about it. There are a lot of police officers, a lot of pro-Constitution police officers and sheriffs out there that could use this system. Yeah, off duty. Is it bigger than my normal EDC system? Yes, it is. Is it heavier? Definitely. But that's where we're at for technology. That's where we're at to carry, like you saw, 4 33 round Glock mags plus 1 in the gun. Yeah, it's weapon focused. I'm really happy how it turned out. Would I actually use this system? Absolutely, I would. Like I said, this is a snapshot in time. I will evolve the system. It will get better over time, but I'm pretty happy where it is right now. Again, we did not go rifle based. We did not go AR-15 pistol. We did not go folding stock AK like you see on the table. Yes, I absolutely love those things, but I'm not going to EDC them. Neither are you. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to EDC an AK-63, a mini Draco. Maybe there are some guys that do. I'm not going to say it does not happen, but dang, that is a commitment. It is a lot of weight commitment, and it actually is a lot of noticeability that something's not right with that guy. He's got like a big backpack. It looks heavy. People can tell when you have weight on it. They can tell. I mean, I don't want to be like that. I want to be stealthy. High probability, yes, I'm still going with a pistol for now, subject to change. By the way, this is the watch for the tabletop review. It is a Morphic M43 from Drop website. I'll put the link below. Wearing my hands modification, thank you very much. Camo, urban camo, Timex strap. Man, these straps are cool. Totally changed the watch. Watch for that tabletop, it'll come out sooner or later. Trump coin, thank you, Mr. Trump, President Trump. It's a reason why we have not had our guns confiscated as of yet when I'm filming. Who knows what the future holds? Who knows? But so far, he's done some good work for us. Thank you very much. This is a SOG Ace. Tested in field. I love this knife. SOG Ace is really cool. Very affordable, very effective, lightweight, stainless steel survival knife. And you saw I didn't really integrate a fixed blade because in my day-to-day low probability EDC system, I'm carrying a fixed blade. It's a Spyderco Street Beat. Go watch the video, I show it to you. And yes, I do carry it all the time. This is the beloved Microtech SOCOM, thankfully reissued by Microtech, available at Blade HQ for now. They will sell out. Super excellent, tactical and collectible. Very cool. I love this knife. They have different colors now. They have a red. By the way, I did tabletop the red. You'll see that. They have a purple. They have some camouflage patterns out in a manual action and in auto actions. The Microtech SOCOM. Whew. Lots to talk about. So much. High probability for armed conflict. Man, I hope you never need this stuff. I really do. I wish I could wave a magic wand and make the world a peaceful, wonderful place to live where you would never need such items. I wish I could. If I could, I would. But evil is there. It's going to get worse as time goes on. You might need a system like this. You might need to go stealthy and yet still have a very substantial weapon system with you. This is my system. It's legitimate. It's not made up. It's what I would use in that situation. Yeah, I'm using a Glock pistol for now, but any combat-worthy handgun would work. Yep, I'm using a Glock pistol for now because of the magazines. Yeah, but any combat-worthy handgun would work. And if you go with lesser mags, like, I don't know, 18 rounders or 17 rounders, your whole system's going to be lighter. You're going to have more room for other stuff. And maybe in your system, you do want to carry some of the stuff that I omitted on purpose for SAWC. Maybe in your system, you do carry more survival stuff. In your situation, maybe you live in a rural area, near a wooded area, and you need to have that stuff with you. Just remember, something's got to give. You can't take everything. Just remember, if you're going to carry 4 1-pound 33 round mags, something's got to be left out. Says Nutnfancy. You can't carry everything. Make some hard decisions. This is where I'm at right now, subject to change. I sure like this bag though. Really love it. The Mountain Smith Adventure Office in large size. Makes me happy. It does. I have ballistic protection, and man, I have a good pistol in there with a lot of rounds. Again, I hope you never need it. I really do. Wrapping it up, I told you it would be feature length. Nutnfancy's HPAC EDC system. Whew, man, that's a lot to say.
You said it, Nutn. Keep those EDC videos coming. I love them.
Oh, I could if I would. When something substantial like this in my systems happens, I'll make a video on it. Thanks again for subscribing, for hitting that notification bell, for being part of TNP Patreon. Come see me again real soon. Over and out, Lieutenant Colonel Nutnfancy.